Welcome to Stephen FM AI, Ireland's Daily Digest. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to talk about the news, we're going to pull it apart. We'll see how a handful of seemingly random headlines can be woven into one powerful, persuasive story. It's time to pull back the curtain on the art of narrative.
So, let's get into it. Imagine this title is the finished puzzle, right? Our job today is to work backward, to take it apart piece by piece. And in doing so, we're going to uncover the clever techniques used to transform disconnected news into a single, compelling argument that, trust me, you'll start to spot out in the wild. Here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the overall blueprint. Then we'll dive into the specific ingredients, from politics to personal finance, before seeing how it all comes together in a really dramatic conclusion and what it all means. Okay, so the core of this entire narrative is a technique called the funnel of impact, and it's a brilliant way to structure a story. You start with these big, kind of abstract ideas, and then you methodically narrow the focus until the issue becomes personal, immediate, and pretty much impossible to ignore. Here's exactly how that funnel works in practice. The story kicks off broad, with historical scandals and the future of the nation itself. Then, it narrows down into something much more relatable, your wallet. And finally, it hits you with a tangible physical crisis. Notice how each step makes that central theme of pressure feel more and more immediate and personal. So, the narrative kicks off at the very top of that funnel with two huge attention-grabbing issues. We're talking about legacy-defining scandals and the very future of the country. I mean, this is how you establish the stakes and get the viewer's attention right away. So the first hook is the shadow of the past. The story connects the Epstein scandal directly to architects of the Northern Ireland peace process. By linking foundational figures like Mandelson and Mitchell to this, the narrative immediately starts to undermine the viewer's trust in the very establishment they helped create. It's a really powerful opening move. From the past, the story pivots directly to the future. At the very heart of Northern Ireland's government, you have this incredibly stark division. The First Minister is planning for a united Ireland by 2030, while the Deputy First Minister says the momentum simply isn't there. The effect is this powerful sense of national tension and just profound uncertainty. Now we move to the next stage of the funnel. This is such a crucial pivot. The narrative shifts from those abstract political power struggles to something everyone understands: the money in their pocket. This is where the pressure stops being theoretical and starts feeling very, very personal. And here we see a classic technique, turning data into drama. That bar chart isn't just a number, it's a 41,000 euro gap in security and freedom. It makes the concept of a Bridget tax, a hidden cost for women in Ireland, painfully tangible, especially when you learn that a third of Irish women have no pension at all. That's a statistic with real weight. The financial pressure keeps on building with this outlier behavior. People in Northern Ireland withdraw almost £1,000 more in cash per year than the UK average. Why? Well, the story points to a deep lack of trust, with 61% reporting failures with digital payments. It frames this as another vulnerability, a cash-dependent society in a world that's rapidly deleting physical money. And here we are. We've reached the bottom of the funnel. This is the breaking point, where all the previous pressures, institutional distrust, political uncertainty, and financial strain are grounded in an immediate, undeniable crisis of survival. 450%. That's a shocking number on its own, isn't it? It's designed to make you stop and ask, 450% of what? Well, that's the percentage of normal rainfall that fell in parts of Wexford in just 1 week. It's the trigger for a physical catastrophe. And the crucial point is this direct admission of failure from the government itself. It connects the physical disaster, the flooding, right back to that theme of institutional pressure and inadequacy we started with. The water is rising, and the system meant to protect people is admitting it's not working fast enough. It is the ultimate consequence. So, we've seen how all these pieces fit together to create this powerful sense of pressure. Now, let's step back and identify the exact tools the storyteller used so you can spot them and maybe even use them yourself. So here's the toolkit in a nutshell. It all starts with a single, powerful theme, like pressure, that acts as the glue. Then you build your funnel of impact to make that theme personal. You find ways to turn cold data into human drama, constantly reminding the audience why it matters to them. And you connect it all with clear, logical transitions. So we'll leave you with this question.
Now that you've seen how it's done, look at the news around you. What seemingly unrelated stories could you connect with a single, powerful theme to tell a more compelling story? What's the narrative hiding in plain sight? And that's the latest from Stephen FMAI, Ireland's Daily Digest.